If you're new to making videos, I'm going to share 5 essential shots that need to be on your list that will make your videos stand out. Welcome to the Visual Storytelling Podcast. Let's jump straight into the list, following which we can explore these further. So if you're new to creating videos and wondering what makes your favorite videographers or cinematographers work look so good, the following 5 shots will be a good place to start. So here is your shot list. 1 establishing shot, 2 wide or medium shots, 2 close-up shots, 1 abstract shot, and 1 unexpected shot. As I said, this shot list will be a good place to start. There is, of course, so much more that goes into creating captivating videos, and this is something that you will need to explore and experiment with depending upon your style. So let's now look at each shot in a little more depth, beginning with the establishing shot. So in its simplest form, this is the shot that sets the scene. For example, when you watch a movie, or even a well thought out and constructed video on YouTube, the first shot used will be an establishing shot. It shows the viewer where the action is taking place. Think of it as giving your audience a quick look at the location before anything else happens, like a wide shot of a building, a street, a room, or a landscape. So an example of this would be if your video is about a cafe, your establishing shot might be a wide view of the cafe's exterior, showing people going in and out. This helps the viewer understand, we're at a cafe now. So why you should include 1 in your shot list. So first of all, it helps tell the story clearly. Viewers need context. An establishing shot gives them clues about where they are, what time of day it might be, and the mood of the place, all without saying a word. And it makes your video look more polished. So even a simple video feels more professional when it flows clearly from one place to another. Adding an establishing shot gives structure to your scenes. It gives the viewer a chance to settle in, especially when switching locations. This kind of shot helps avoid confusion and keeps your audience feeling grounded in the story. So a bit of a tip here for beginners. You don't need fancy gear to create an establishing shot. Just take a few steps back and capture a wider view of your scene before zooming in or moving closer to the action. So it really is easier than you think. Let's move on to what is a wide shot. A wide shot, sometimes called a long shot, shows your subject and a good amount of the surroundings. It's great for giving context, showing where the person is or what's happening around them. For example, if someone is walking through a park, a wide shot might show their full body, the path they're on, trees, benches, like the whole scene. Why would you use this? Well, it gives your audience a better feel for the environment. It helps show movement, space, and distance. And it's ideal for action, entrances, and or transitions. So a tip here would be to step back from your subject and keep more of the background in frame. This type of shot is often used right after an establishing shot to move the story forward. Let's move on to what is a medium shot. So a medium shot typically frames your subject from the waist up. It's one of the most commonly used shots in video because it strikes a balance. It's close enough to see expressions, but still shows some body language and background. So in an interview, for example, or casual conversation, you'll often see a medium shot showing the person from the waist to the top of their head. Now, why would you use this? Well, it feels natural and comfortable for the viewer. It's great for dialogue and interaction between people and allows you to show both emotion and context. And a tip where you might use this would be when you want your audience to feel more connected to your subject without being too in their face. Which leads nicely onto close-up shots. So a close-up shot focuses tightly on your subject, usually showing some of the face or a specific detail like hands, an object, or even an eye, for example. It's all about drawing attention to something important. So, for example, if someone is speaking with emotion, a close-up might frame just their face so the viewer can see every expression. Or if you're filming a product, a close-up might highlight a logo or texture or a very, very sort of key piece of detail within that product. So why would you use it then? Well, it shows emotion clearly, as I've said, perfect for serious moments or reactions. It highlights important details your audience should notice and helps create a sense of intimacy or focus. So use a close-up when you want your viewer to feel something or notice something specific. But be careful not to overuse it. It's more powerful when used at the right moment. So let's move on to the last two in your shot list. The first one being an abstract shot. So what is an abstract shot? Well, it's a shot that doesn't follow the usual rules of showing people, places, or things clearly. Instead, it focuses on shapes, colours, patterns, textures, light, or movement. Often so close up or out of focus that it feels more like art than storytelling. So, for example, a close-up of light reflecting in a puddle, blurred shapes moving across the screen, or a slow zoom into fabric or smoke. So why would you use it? It adds creativity and mood. It breaks up the pace of a video. It sparks curiosity or emotion without being too literal. And it gives the viewer time to feel rather than just follow. So a tip here would be, so there's no wrong way to shoot an abstract moment, firstly. So experiment with reflections, focus, shadows, or movement. It's a great way to show the feeling of a scene rather than the facts. So what then is an unexpected shot? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a moment that surprises the viewer. It could be an unusual angle, a playful detail, or something that breaks the rhythm. These shots grab attention and add personality to your video. For example, a low shot from the ground looking up at someone dancing, a sudden close-up of someone's feet tapping, a burst of laughter, or something falling over that wasn't planned but you kept in. So why would you use it? Well, it keeps your video fresh and engaging. It makes viewers feel more connected or amused, and it helps show your unique style or point of view. So a tip here would be to look out for moments that feel real, funny, or different from everything else you've shot. These unexpected clips often become the most memorable. Now, there are many styles of shots you can incorporate into your videos to help convey your story. However, those that I have mentioned, especially if you are just starting out, are a good place to start. Let me know if you routinely use any of the 5 I've spoken about, or if you favour a different style of shot that I haven't mentioned. I would love to know. And I think it's also important to say as well, whilst I've given you 5 examples of 5 shots, you don't have to use all 5 in every video. It might be that your particular video would benefit more and have more impact by using just 2 or 3 of those. You don't have to use all 5. I've given you 5 to give you a good base to start from. So before I conclude this episode, I have a small ask. I'm looking to have more guests on the podcast to provide you with more value. With that in mind, if you work within the creative space and would like to have a conversation about what you do and the benefits it offers others, get in touch and let's have a conversation. I'll leave my social handles in the description. Once again, thank you for lending me your ear. I genuinely appreciate your time. Don't forget to follow the Visual Storytelling Podcast, and until next time, be creative, be inspired, be you.